Oh, really?
Oh, you can go to the purple one if you want.
No, not really. It's not a press conference.
Just to Stakeout.
You have heard what's been discussed inside? Yes. Okay. Congratulations for your prize. I hope that you will share that with me. Well, yes, indeed, what's going on inside. We're approaching the end of the meeting on DPRK, and what's being discussed is the latest situation. I'm sure you have heard what have been discussed by member states, and I'm sure you have also heard what I shared with the members of the Council. And for China, definitely, we take the current situation as very complicated, very sensitive, and very fragile one. For that reason, definitely, we need to take a very precautious approach in handling this situation, especially avoiding further deterioration or further tension among the parties concerned. We should really avoid any provocative actions or words from any party of the issue, and whatever we do, including in the Security Council, should be conducive for promoting dialogue, for easing the tension, for creating better conditions for a lasting political solution. And we also think that we should, even though we have some ups and downs, that's always like that, but we should stay committed in pursuing a peaceful and political solution. That represents the only right direction, and we are really pleased to see that through the efforts of relevant parties, including the United States and DPRK, we have made some progress along the right direction. So at this moment, I think the top priority is to resume dialogue for the two parties directly concerned, and avoiding any confrontational actions from any of them. And what's good is that we have heard from the chamber that we have really a loud voice in encouraging the two parties to resume dialogues and then to ease the tension. And also for China, I'm sure you have also heard that we think it's also appropriate for the Security Council to take action in adjusting the sanctions imposed against the DPRK. I'm sure you all know that in the relevant resolutions, while we have sanctions imposed against this country, we also have some other clauses, especially those clauses concerning the reversible part of the sanctions. So we do think that the Security Council should take action to invoke those reversible clauses contained in the relevant resolutions. You know, sanction is a part of the resolution, and invoking sanctions also is a part of the resolutions. And we think that by doing so, we may really encourage the relevant parties, especially DPRK, to go forward along the right direction. And it may also create a more favorable environment, creating better conditions for further dialogues. And for China, definitely, whatever happens, we are committed to our responsibilities, and we will continue to play a constructive and responsible role. And we have been doing that, and especially encouraging the two directly parties to be engaged in dialogue, in building up confidence and mutual trust, and also in narrowing their differences. And we are also implementing the sanctions strictly. And frankly speaking, that really China really suffers a lot from implementing those sanctions. And meanwhile, we also think that the sanctions should not be used for other purposes against China. Frankly speaking, they are being used as tools against China, and China is really suffering the long-arm jurisdiction from another country. And they are also imposing sanctions against the Chinese enterprises and individuals. We are not in favor of that, and I should say we are completely against that. So let's work together. And we have some difficulties, but we also have hopes, and that's also the general sentiment in the chamber. We do need to work together for a political solution.
So, Ambassador, you mentioned.
Who will speak first? Okay. You two are all my good friends, and I won't make a decision on that.
You mentioned that China would like to see the sanctions eased. Which sanctions do you think should be eased, and will China be proposing that?
I did not use the phrase eased. What I said is that we should take some action to adjust the sanctions, especially, it's also the feeling that of the members that DPRK is also suffering from some humanitarian difficulties, and especially for those innocent people, we should not. We should allow them to have access to to allow them to have humanitarian access. And we especially we need to adjust those sanctions affecting the livelihood of those innocent and individual people.
So which sanctions are they?
Well, let's discuss that. Let's discuss that.
Will you be making a proposal to your U.S. colleagues?
Let's discuss that. Okay.
Ambassador Zhang, 5,000 children under the age of 5 died as a result of the sanctions.
Mm-hmm.
This was not the North Korean government, it's the sanctions.
Mm-hmm.
And the Security Council is in violation of the United Nations Charter and international humanitarian law.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this not discussed? Doesn't anyone have a sense of responsibility and a conscience about killing innocent children in a country, and all they talk about is the testing? North Korea asked that the sanctions be relieved, and the West has not done that. The Security Council has not done that, and they have a legitimate right. The question is, when is the Security Council going to take responsibility for killing people with the sanctions?
Okay, thank you for your questions. And I should say I'm not in a position to give you a clear answer, but what I have said is that it's really time for the Security Council to think about or to take actions in adjusting the sanctions, especially those areas affecting the livelihood of innocent people, including those innocent children, and avoiding a humanitarian disaster there. That will also help the relevant parties to build trust and to build confidence. That will be also conducive for a lasting political solution.
What is your reading of the consensus, the level of consensus in the Council as it pertains to this call for action approach? If you listen to the UK ambassador, for example, they talk about denuclearization being the first and foremost issue for this Council on the DPRK. What's your reading of the Council, mood in the Council in terms of what you're calling for?
What's clear for the Security Council is that the final goal is the denuclearization and also long-lasting peace in the Korean Peninsula. That will be the final goal. I should say that whatever we do here should be conducive to pursue that long-time goal.
But in terms of the action for
Well, countries have may have different views on and may look at the issue from different angles, but I think it's the general feeling in the chamber that political solution still represents the right direction.
What do you make of the North Koreans' letter that threatened if the Council discussed human rights in North Korea that there would be further provocations? Do you think that prevented the human rights meeting from happening?
I think that's a different question. It's not on the table for today's discussion. Okay? I think
Final question, Ambassador. The U.S. said it's ready to be flexible, but it says that North Korea is not engaging. Do you agree with that assessment?
Well, it's good to hear that the U.S. is still willing to be engaged in dialogues, and let's. But meanwhile, both parties should continue to walk towards each other, and then to accommodate the concern from the other side, and to build up confidence and trust. So we hope that more actions will be taken. Especially the resumption of dialogues. Thank you. Okay.
Given North Korea's sort of warnings that they might carry out some sort of provocation.
Well, I think I've answered all the.
What's China's message to North Korea?
My message is very clear: talking to each other, finding a long-lasting solution through political dialogues. That has been always the Chinese approach.
And what was your impression of Steve Biegun? That was the first time you heard from him.
Some other ambassadors are, they are my good friends, and I should give the floor to them.
You will never walk alone. Okay.